Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. What was that? What was that? Anyway, I'm Marty Schwartz, nextlevelguitar.com, brought to you by. Ow. Okay, so that was a funky sound, right? That is called an envelope filter. I'm sure that's, a familiar sound to you. Maybe you weren't sure exactly what pedal made that when you've heard that on a record. Okay, so what the one I'm using is called it's by the company MXR. They've been making pedals for a really long time. Still making pedals. The particular pedal I have, the envelope filter, is it's a vintage one from, you guessed it, the 70s. All right, so it gives you a sound that's probably straight off of the a 70s soul record. So what I do is basically, well, I'll explain the envelope filter. Basically what an envelope filter does, it has two controls on it. It's got basically, what would be called like the filter and then the attack. All right. So, and the attack is basically the sensitivity of the effect. It really is just going to be, you're going to dial that into how hard you pick it. And then the filter is going to determine how long or short the altering of the sound is. So it kind of has to do with what kind of thing you're going to be doing. And in a funk setting, I like to have the filter just cranked up about 3 notches. It's going to be different with different pickups. I'd say the hotter the pickup, the less high I'm going to turn the filter up. So I've got a beefy, humbucker guitar here, and what I find with the envelope filter is that the brightest pickup, the back pickup here, it gives me the best, kind of funky sound. So I switch it to the back, and here's what the guitar sounds like without it. And then when I click it on, all right, so it kind of sounds like a wah-wah pedal. Another term that they like to use for the envelope filter is an auto-wah. Sometimes they call it that, but it's the same thing. So if you see something that says auto-wah, it's an envelope filter. There, it's the exact same thing. So what I like to do, I use it. I mean, it's great for chords, as you heard. But what just personal preference, what I tend to use it for is, like in kind of a funk tune, I like to use it for like a single note rhythm line. So not necessarily like a guitar solo, but more of a guitar part. Kind of thinking of it, like how a horn player would play certain hits in the rhythm. Pick a simple little melody that you keep playing over the groove. So an example of that, what I was using was I was in kind of like an E blues, E funk, E minor, pentatonic box right here with the root on the A string. So the root's right here on the 7th fret, and I've got. Okay, and so what you can do, a couple of different ideas, a whole step below the root, and I'm just going da 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 with my right hand. And then I went up to the root, and then you've got the next note up, So it's basically just basic blues licks, but you know, you gotta kind of feel what that kind of funky pocket feeling feels like. You know, that's just requires playing a lot and listening to funky stuff. But you know, here's some ideas. I could slide up from the 7th fret to the 9th fret, and then put my first finger back on the 5th fret like this, and back to the root. So here's some ideas with that. Now, it's called an envelope filter because of the highly advanced polymer casing that it comes in. You can see it actually looks like a piece of paper envelope. So, but it's not. It's actually made of a cross breed of titanium.
Is that masonite?
It's actually titanium and aluminum. Ah! Just kidding. All right. No, here it is. Like I said, it's a vintage pedal, and it's from the 70s. So you know, you can see I've got the ubiquitous duct tape on the back, Velcro right here for my pedal board, which is always convenient because depending on the kind of gig I'm doing, I might not need this pedal. You know, if I'm playing hard rock, I'm not going to be using this, so I'll take it out. Okay. But so anyway, it's real simple. It's got two knobs and a nice clicker here. Okay. And so basically what I've got is the attack. The attack's right here. And you know, for a humbucker guitar, I'd say if you really look at the way this is set right now, where you know, I have the attack pointed up at about 2 o'clock or so. That tends to work with the humbucker pickup really well. And then the actual filter I have really low. So if you see me turn it up all the way, like that, and it's on right now, it doesn't, it's not wah, 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 doing the wah sound quite as much. So if I turn it back down, like actually I'll turn it completely to the other end. You can really hear that envelope, okay? With like a single coil guitar, you're going to have to probably crank this a little bit farther up that way. But so, let's see. I had it at about right there. Here it is again without the effect. Back on. And I find that different parts of the guitar respond differently to the envelope filter. If you've got this envelope down this way too much, sometimes the higher notes and the higher strings, sometimes the wah effect never actually occurs. It just sounds like muffled. So that's what you got to do. I would test it and keep cranking it by playing the higher notes until you get that perfect wow, wow, wow sound. Okay, so I'm gonna set it back down and just play some of the higher notes, like if I was doing a kind of like a solo. Okay, so that's gonna the filter part of the pedal. You gotta have it set just right for those higher notes to. And obviously, the pedals, you know, for kind of that funk soul groove, because it, you know, it kind of almost sounds like someone, you know, like there's a robot singing or something. You know, it kind of gives you it kind of vocalizes the notes a bit. which is, you know, just a really cool effect to have some fun with. And I think just like any effect, you know, you don't want to overuse it. So, you know, we want to use this stuff sparingly. We want to use it to help us, not hinder us, all right? So, anyway, that's the envelope filter. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, once again, I'm Marty Schwartz with nextlevelguitar.com. Sign this thing right here. It's our email list. We'll send you content that's not on YouTube. Got a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff that you can learn from. And I'm out of here. We'll see you later.